Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The Rock returned to WWE this past Friday's SmackDown in New Orleans. The final boss officially announced the location of WrestleMania 42, and later had a controversial segment with the undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes, which confused fans. Due to his actions, his cousin, Roman Reigns, might have to face the consequences. The final boss appearance forced SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis to make last-minute changes to the show. As per The Rock's orders, Aldis pulled Cody away from the scheduled six-man tag team match. The TKO board member then cut a very controversial promo asking Rhodes to be his champion and give him his soul. This segment received mixed reactions from fans. Many wonder if Cody would turn heel for the first time since his return to the company by accepting The Rock's offer and becoming a corporate champion. Rhodes currently leads the Blue Brand's roster as their undisputed WWE champion. And since Nick Aldis has always protected his top champion, he might be furious after seeing the final boss trying to manipulate the American Nightmare. Nick Aldis has confronted the Bloodline numerous times since becoming the general manager of SmackDown and even sent a clear message to Roman Reigns in the past. Since Aldis can't punish the final boss, he could take action on Reigns and suspend him to get back to the People's Champion and save Rhodes from becoming the Brahma Bull's pawn. While this is all mere speculation for now, we will have to wait and see how Aldis acts to save his top champion on the road to WrestleMania. The OTC has been absent from WWE since the Royal Rumble. At the Premium Live event in Indianapolis earlier this month, CM Punk simultaneously eliminated him and Seth Rollins from the Men's Rumble match. Reigns was then brutally stomped twice by Seth Rollins. On the following episode of Raw, the company announced that Reigns had been injured and would be out indefinitely. With The Rock set to appear at Elimination Chamber in Toronto to get an answer from Cody, Reigns might also make his return. He might confront the two, which would add to the rivalry these three stars already had around last year's WrestleMania. Rhodes dethroned Roman at last year's Show of Shows, and since reclaiming the Eula Fala earlier this year, the OTC is now after getting his title back from the American Nightmare. However, the former undisputed WWE Universal Champion might even attack Seth Rollins, who's in the Men's Chamber match, to get revenge for the Rumble. The WWE Elimination Chamber Premium Live event is only a few days away, and with the People's Champion's recent appearance, fans' excitement is at an all-time high. They are eager to see what this story leads to, with WrestleMania just around the corner. The landscape of WWE SmackDown has been electrified ever since The Rock made his return, aligning himself with the Bloodline and standing alongside Roman Reigns. However, controversy erupted following a recent segment involving The Rock, leaving WWE officials, and more specifically, SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis, potentially forced to take drastic action. Could this lead to Aldis suspending Roman Reigns? Let's explore the possibility. In what was supposed to be a moment of dominance for the Bloodline, The Rock and Roman Reigns orchestrated a ruthless beatdown on Cody Rhodes, sending shockwaves through the WWE universe. The Rock, who was already walking a fine line between fan favorite and antagonist, took things to an extreme level when he not only verbally buried Cody, but also physically assaulted him in a way that some fans and officials deemed excessive. The segment ended with The Rock delivering multiple rock bottoms, followed by Reigns sealing the assault with a brutal spear through the announce table. Many within WWE have expressed concerns about the nature of the attack, as well as the authority figure's role in controlling the chaos. Enter Nick Aldis. Since taking over as SmackDown General Manager, Nick Aldis has shown that he is not afraid to make difficult decisions. While he has allowed the Bloodline to operate with some degree of freedom, he has also demonstrated a willingness to lay down the law when necessary. Suspending Roman Reigns would be the most drastic move Aldis could make. The Tribal Chief has been the face of SmackDown for years, and any decision to punish him would have major repercussions. However, given the controversy surrounding The Rock's actions and Reigns' complicity, Aldis could be backed into a corner. From a storyline perspective, there are several reasons why Aldis might consider suspending Reigns. Maintaining control over SmackDown. If Aldis wants to prevent SmackDown from devolving into complete chaos, taking action against Reigns could be the best way to send a message. The Bloodline has run unchecked for years, and with The Rock now in the mix, things could spiral even further out of control. The Rock's influence on the Bloodline. Some believe that The Rock's presence is making the Bloodline more reckless. Unlike Reigns, who has carefully controlled his empire, The Rock's involvement could push things beyond Aldis' control. If Aldis feels that Reigns is allowing The Rock to go too far, a suspension might be a way to re-establish order. The Cody Rhodes factor. Cody Rhodes is still WWE's top babyface and a fan favorite. His story is deeply personal, and the WWE Universe is firmly behind him. If the attack on Cody is seen as an abuse of power by the Bloodline, Aldis may feel compelled to step in. Suspending Reigns would serve as a form of justice and would give Cody a path to redemption. If Aldis were to suspend Reigns, it would have massive implications for the road to WrestleMania. The current assumption is that Roman Reigns will defend the undisputed WWE Universal Championship at WrestleMania 40, possibly against Cody Rhodes or even The Rock himself. However, a suspension could throw a wrench into those plans. Here's what could happen. Reigns is stripped of the title. If Aldis goes all the way and suspends Reigns indefinitely, WWE may be forced to strip him of the title. This would lead to a brand new scenario for WrestleMania, possibly setting up a tournament or a multi-man match for the championship. Reigns returns as an even bigger threat. If the suspension is temporary, Reigns could return just before WrestleMania, angrier and more dangerous than ever. This could create an even more intense feud between him and Cody, making their inevitable clash even more dramatic. The Rock takes over the Bloodline. With Reigns out of the picture, The Rock could assume full leadership of the Bloodline, solidifying his heel turn and creating an entirely new power dynamic. This could lead to an eventual Rock vs. Reigns showdown at a later event, such as SummerSlam. While the idea of suspending Roman Reigns is an interesting possibility, it's unlikely that WWE would actually pull the trigger on such a move. Reigns is the biggest star in WWE, and his presence is crucial to SmackDown's success. However, that doesn't mean Aldis won't take some sort of action. Here are some alternative ways WWE could handle the controversy. Aldis fines Reigns instead. Instead of suspending him, Aldis could issue a heavy fine as a warning. This would keep Reigns on television while still establishing Aldis as an authoritative figure. Aldis books a major Bloodline match. To punish the Bloodline, Aldis could book a massive match that forces them into a difficult situation. For example, he could schedule Reigns and The Rock to face Cody Rhodes and another top babyface in a tag team match before WrestleMania. Tension between Reigns and The Rock. If Aldis doesn't act, Reigns himself might start questioning The Rock's influence. This could lead to a power struggle within the Bloodline, ultimately setting up a future Reigns vs. Rock feud. The possibility of Nick Aldis suspending Roman Reigns is an intriguing one, but it's unlikely WWE will go that far. Instead, Aldis may take a different approach to maintain order while keeping the WrestleMania storyline intact. Regardless of how WWE chooses to move forward, the controversy surrounding The Rock's actions has only added more excitement to the road to WrestleMania. Whether it leads to a power struggle within the Bloodline, an intensified feud with Cody Rhodes, or a dramatic decision from Nick Aldis, one thing is certain: SmackDown just got a whole lot more unpredictable.